All right, so here we go with a standing meditation or running meditation. You've probably guessed, oh my God, it's the same technique. Yes, it is. So if you're sitting at a bus stop or if you're walking over to the water cooler at the office, all we need to do is let's focus again. Let's say we're walking down the hallway to the water cooler. Let's use that as a mindful exercise. We're going to start our breathing. We're walking. Fill our lungs. And after a while, you're going to immediately feel that this is already balancing you. It's bringing you straight to your center of awareness, which is where we want to be. So we walk over to the water cooler, and as you're filling up your glass, you bend down and you're filling up the glass. Just be aware of the water, the sound of the water going into the glass, your fingers touching the glass, the weight, as the weight changes from a lighter empty glass to a fuller glass with water. So as you go through that, think about everything else that's around. The bubbles in the machine, bloom, 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 right? And just be aware of it. And if it's just 60 seconds, that's great. Because what you've done is you've just de-automatized a sequence that you've probably done 100 times or 1,000 times before, where you may have been talking to someone, you have thoughts in your mind, and here now, you've just paid 100% attention. You've paid 100% attention to just walking to the water cooler and filling up some water. If you're standing at the bus stop, like I said, or when you're running or you're active, try for a couple minutes to just feel your body in that moment. So if you're doing a tennis serve, or if you're walking fast, or in my case, I like to jog, so I start with my feet, and I can feel the sensations, which normally I wouldn't be conscious of, right? Like breathing or your heart rate, you're not conscious of it. But now I'm drawing my attention to there, and my knees, and I just work my way up, and I bring my breathing back into my focus, and then I start listening for, if I'm out hiking, I'll hear birds chirping or whatever it is, a plane flying by. And I just bring my attention into the moment. And that's where we want to go with this. That's what these exercises are doing. They're de-automatizing us from always thinking ahead or thinking backwards. And remember, we've gone through that in depth in these sessions. If you remember that little timekeeper's piece, the timepiece where the center was bigger, and that's the present moment. And so the future and the past were less, versus the other way around, where the sand is dropping through the present moment is fleeting and we're never aware of it. So that's what we're doing here. We're just de-automatizing. Our ego is always seeking satisfaction in the future or in the past or in connecting thoughts or thinking about something we need to do, whatever it is. Even you know that. When we're thinking about something we need to do, it's because we're solving something we need. And so this just places all the need, the expectations, the anticipations, everything outside of that space, whatever we're doing. So we're just bringing it forward. And that's all there is. That is all there is to this technique. You can use it in every single way you can, in every event that you're doing. If you want to bring this into a mindful eating, that's fantastic. You'll end up actually tasting the food better. It's a wonderful exercise, and it really slows down your eating process. Because I know we're just gobbling food a lot of times. I'm guilty of that too. But when I really focus, I tend to really taste the food better, and I really slow down, and I end up eating less. This is a very great technique for eating less food, because your body just feels full. You feel it. You don't gobble it all down, and then you go, oh, I'm really full. So be mindful of your eating. And that's the same process. Start with your breath for your anchor. Bring it down right here. And then start eating. And just be aware of the fork in your hand and lifting it, putting it in your mouth, tasting the food mindfully, thinking about the taste in the food. And it's probably going to project you into other thoughts of other restaurants you've been or other places you've been. And just follow those thoughts. Be aware of them. And then bring your awareness back to the food, back to your breathing, and just go through that entire process. And you can actually take mindful eating into a really interesting process on a longer space of time. Instead of just 1 or 2 minutes, you can start with preparation. So if you're in your kitchen and you're cutting your food, you could start with the cutting, the washing of the vegetables, all the preparation through, and you can just engage in mindful bits, because I don't expect you're going to go through this entire process for the hour it takes to prepare and make food and then clean up after it. But that entire process of preparing a meal can be a very mindful event. And pick little pieces of it. So maybe you're cutting and you're just real mindful. Just don't cut yourself, but be really mindful, okay? Even when you're washing the dishes at the end, be mindful of the water running over your hands, the temperature differences, the soap. Just be right there present. Every time you do that, it de-automatizes your ego, which is the whole purpose of what we're doing here. It just takes practice. So keep going. Let me know if you need any help.